Let me ask you something. How many times have you bet on yourself and lost? How many times have you looked at the person you love most and saw the doubt in their eyes, even though they never said a word? How many times have you said, this is the one, only to come back home empty-handed again? I know that feeling. I got my life insurance license when I was 18 years young. Back then, I wasn't ready. I spent years chasing freedom, chasing independence, chasing significance, grinding, failing, starting over, again and again and again. At one point, I made more money than I ever had in my whole life. But I was never home, never there to put my children to sleep, never fully present. And some of you know exactly what that feels like. The money comes in, but somehow your soul still feels broke. Because I realized something. Making money means nothing if the people you love can't feel you anymore. My wife, she never abandoned me through any of it, but she never had to say a word. I can feel the exhaustion, the disappointment, the emotional weight of another restart. And all she ever said, stop telling me, show me. I've lived through things most people, they bury so deep, they never speak on it again. Gangs, drugs, loss, funerals, sirens, courtrooms, sleepless nights. I've watched families sell plates of food on the corner just to bury somebody that they love. I've watched GoFundMe pages go up within hours because a family had absolutely nothing when tragedy hit. I remember thinking, how is this normal? How do we spend our whole lives working, bleeding, breaking our backs, and still leave the people that we love completely vulnerable? My youngest is 2 years old, and there are nights that I stare at the ceiling asking myself, what happens to them if something happens to me? What happens to her, the woman who stayed through every failure, every setback, baby, trust me, every season where I was still trying to become the man I promised I would be? What does she wake up to the morning after I'm gone if I didn't have a plan? And that's when I finally understood what selling really is. Selling is not convincing people. Selling is a transfer of belief, if the transfer of certainty from one human heart to another. It's looking somebody in the eyes and saying, I care enough about your future to tell you the truth. Selling is pain finding purpose. It's carrying every failure, every funeral, every sleepless night, every broken promise to yourself and turning it into a service. That's why the best salespeople are never really selling. They're warning people, protecting people, fighting for people, because when you felt pain so deep, you stop selling products and services. You start selling relief, security, peace, time, hope. Hope that a wife doesn't lose the house while she's grieving. Hope that children still have a future even if dad never walks through that door again. Hope that all the sacrifice meant something. The industry found me again, not for the first time, but for the last time. I finally understand the assignment. I'm not selling a policy. I'm selling the same thing I pray for every single night for my own family. Protection, dignity, a future, a chance for my children to keep dreaming, even if life tries to break them one day. And maybe that's why I had to go through all of it. Maybe God had to let me break so I could finally speak from somewhere real. Because people don't follow perfection. They follow conviction. They follow truth. They follow scars. This is my last run. Not because I'm tired. Because I'm ready. I was 18 years old when this profession first found me. But diamonds are only formed under pressure. And I have never felt more pressure, more purpose, more clarity than I do right now. 90 days, total obsession through God, my wife, for my children, for my parents, for every father laying awake at night wondering if he's enough. Let me tell you, you are enough. For every mother holding everything together while silently falling apart, God got you. For every person who failed so many times, they started questioning their own reflection. Future self, don't worry. I'm on my way. This opportunity, this calling, this life, I will not waste it. Do not waste yours. If you are building something from a place deeper than money, if you are tired of surviving and ready to finally become who you were meant to be, if your family deserves more, comment hope. I see you. Let's build. Diamond, leadership, development.